Yo, what's up? My name's Frugality 3, and I wanted to record one of the greatest moments in my Magic career, picking up my first big vintage piece. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. A lot of people thought that I was crazy. I think I'm a little crazy for building vintage or wanting to build vintage in the year 2025, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I feel like the format looks pretty fun and healthy right now. So let's just jump straight into today's video and jump into what card I picked up today. It's one card, one big one. Here we go in all of its ripped up glory. I'm going to go ahead and get started at it and just start yapping. So, for some people, for certain creators, you'll see people flash around, a bunch of Black Lotuses, a bunch of Power 9, and more power to them. If you've gotten to that point in life where you can just do that, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Nice work. But for someone like myself, this is a big deal. This isn't a I'll give you a hint. This card wasn't over $1,000. But it's a big deal for me. Hopefully, let me check. Doesn't dox. One sec. Check to see. Oh, they went all out. This is actually really pretty. Look at this. What the hell? Collect, trade, repeat. The seller went all out on this. Oh, this is really, really, really nice. I'm just making sure there's no address or anything. You might already be able to see what it is. It's a time vault, boys. It is an eBay authenticity guaranteed. So, and that was a big deal, a big reason why I wanted to go ahead and actually get this, because I knew it would be legit. When I decided that I wanted to buy big pieces towards actually building a vintage, right? I've never bought a big. This is crazy to see. I've never bought a thing like this off eBay. When I decided to go for that, I thought that I was going to go for. I thought I was going to go to local shops, and I was planning to go to a local shop that I really valued, but I didn't know if they could even make profit on it especially for the price that I wanted to get it at. I didn't know. There was a lot of things I didn't know. I didn't know. I wanted to make sure the card was legit. I don't want to buy a fake off the internet, right? So honestly, like eBay having this authenticity guarantee, I bought the card. They shipped it to the authenticator. Holy shit, the guy. Okay, they ship it to the guy. And then they authenticate it and they ship it back to me. Okay. So there it is. Now, I also got a really good deal on this. Okay. I'm really, really, really happy with the price. I've been keeping an eye on this is how vintage is going to go. Keeping an eye on prices for months and months and months before you just buy, right? I've been keeping an eye on time vaults for a long time. I'm gonna get it out and touch it for the first time. Void if damaged. This is my card. That's okay. I do have a bit of Sharpie on my finger from when I was trying to black out the address, but I just decided to rip it off because I didn't really properly do it. I need to be really careful with this on camera. It is. I think it was labeled as damaged, but I think it's more MP. It's hard to tell. It's hard for you guys to see on camera. I think it's just because there is one. Let's try to look in closer. Want to be really careful. This is the most expensive Magic card. Most expensive. What is this double? What is this? That's so weird. I don't know if you guys can see that. What is happening there? I don't know. Why is there two sleeves like that? I don't know. Like a little. Oh, is it double sleeved? Ah, okay. It's a big. Okay, gotcha. Oh, and it's sliding out a bit. So it's actually perfect. It's not a perfect fit. This is like a non. Why is this like weird? Let me get a perfect fit really quick so that I can actually. We'll look at it for a quick sec. But I'm gonna perfect fit this bad boy immediately. Boom. There we go. Oh, this card is beautiful. Most expensive Magic card. How is this damaged? Ah, you know what it is? Okay. That's what I thought. There is a little crease. You actually can see it with the glare. There's a little crease right there. The glare actually makes it easier to see. But that's it, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, this is dude, other than that crease, this is fucking nice. Like if there wasn't that, oh my god, I need to perfect fit this. Holy shit. If that crease wasn't there, this would be like lightly. This is fucking beautiful condition. Except for that super small crease. Pretty sure, yeah, it's a Mark Teeden piece. The one artist that I've actually met in person and got a sign for black border. I don't know if that is like, I don't know what that's an error or what that drawn black border. Is that a centering thing? I don't know shit. Hear about it, but I honestly couldn't tell you. I know it's like the white border. Oh, fidgeting with it. So beautiful. got a really, really, really good price on it. So I was watching time vaults for a long time. The cheapest one on the internet for a really long time was $800. Cheapest one for the longest time. You can barely see little whiting there from the crease. That's it. That's it, dude. For the price I paid, this card is so fucking gorgeous. The cheapest one for forever was $800. Okay, and or like 810. The cheapest one on TCG Player right now is 810. Okay, I was watching them on TCG Player, watching them on eBay, and the cheapest one that I was watch listing was $800 one on eBay. Okay, and the seller, I assume they got this in like an estate sale. They must have got this for really cheap to sell it for the price they did. They had it at 800, which was the cheapest on the internet at the time. They lowered it to 700 while I was enjoying some adult beverages on like a Friday evening. Okay, let me put that out there. I have a rule where I don't buy anything. I don't like to buy, especially like over $100. I don't like to spend money when I'm intoxicated. Pretty simple rule, a good one to have, to avoid problems. But I broke that rule because the seller, it was 800, they dropped it to 700, and I said, man, this is a really good price. I haven't seen this way for months. I don't like to spend money when I'm drunk, and I don't want to like make the mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the seller an offer on eBay for 600. And if they accept that, so be it. And that's exactly what happened. I sent the seller an offer while drunk for 600, and they accepted it about a few hours later. And I was just like, oh my god, I just bought a time vault for $636 after taxes. Oh man, it's beautiful. 636 in this. I feel really, really happy with that price right now. I mean, this is for personal use. When it comes to vintage, my thought process, it looks so nice, man. My thought process is, I want to build vintage. If it takes me 20, 30 years, so be it, man. I'm a modest man. I don't make too much money. I can only afford stuff like this because I'm very frugal. Because me and my wife have no extravagant needs. We don't plan on having children. We don't plan on anything super crazy. We just save our money. And sometimes I try to set aside a little bit for fun purchases like this. I don't do it very often. I really only spend money on rent, necessities, food, dinners with my wife, upcoming vacations with my wife, and which we haven't taken it at all yet, but we're working on our first together, and magic cards and video games. That's about it. I don't spend too much money. I'm a pretty frugal guy. Okay, I don't make too much money, but I'm safe with it, and I try to be smart with it. Not always perfect, but I try my best. Okay, and I'm just really happy with this. If it goes up, it goes up. My goal with vintage is if it takes me 20, 30 years to build it, hell yeah. This is part of my essentially retirement fund. Not all of it. I'm not an idiot. Don't, just buy stocks. Just buy a Roth IRA. I know I have my bid in there. Unfortunately, I mean, that's been fucking tanking. Don't even get me started. But I have my Roth IRA. I have my safe investments. This is an alternative asset for me that I will one day when it's time to retire, I'll probably look to sell my vintage. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's so cool. I want to be able to say that one day I had a vintage deck built. And maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just be fine by the time I'm that age. But it's one of those things. There are Magic decks that I will never sell. I will never sell my first Commander deck. I will never sell my first Legacy deck. I will never sell Stifle Knot. That is my baby. I will never touch Stifle Knot. However, will I sell vintage one day? I need to get a revised Soul Ring here. I hate revised one. I think that's what I'm going for. This is my price point. I will probably sell out of vintage one day. Did I miss the time vault? I kind of wasn't looking at the proxies. One right. There we go. Time. Yep. One day I think I will sell out of vintage. I think I'm pretty confident in that fact that one day I will. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy it, man. I'm young. I'm 26. I have the means. Look at this. Chinese magic, or is it called Leap? It's called like Magical Leap or something. Mighty Leap from Origins. Drafted this set on. I have the means right now to do so. So why not, man? Live life, have fun. I think this is the most weirdly one of the more responsible financial decisions you could make, as dumb as it sounds, and I'm not sitting here saying, oh, reserve list cards, vintage cards are going to go up. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of demand right now for that. I am probably one of the, the few, right? I love this stuff, man. I've always loved old Magic. I started playing back in 2013. I haven't been playing for as long as a lot of people have, There's people who I get comments, people have been playing Magic longer than I've been alive. And I think that's fucking beautiful. I like to appreciate, and I like to try to be part of a newer generation. I'm kind of becoming the old generation at this point. But I've always liked, even when I was younger, when I was 16, I fell in love with old Magic. When I was 16, I fell in love with Legacy. And I like to appreciate the old things while also looking forward to the new. I'm no crotchety boomer, but there is some beauty in the past, and there's some beauty in this old artwork, and I love Mark Teeden's. Nice job, dude. That's it. That's my story about my first big vintage piece, about my time vault. Most money I've ever spent on myself. This is cost more than any computer I've ever bought. I usually buy a $500 to $600 desktop that I build for like pretty cheap, and it runs great for years. This is the most expensive thing I've ever bought for myself. $136 shipped after tax. There it is, boys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little story. Just a little magic anecdote for you. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Okay. And subscribe for more magic videos every single week. Have a great day and do the things you enjoy in life. Okay? Peace, Reno.